Yes, guys, hope you all well. Welcome back to Peaking It Real, episode 11. This week, we're going to do a little bit of a wrap up and a review of the PCA Naturals weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Massive weekend. We were both there for the Saturday. I was there for the Sunday. But firstly, Jack, how are we doing, bro? How's the week been? How's things with you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. A bit tired, as we discussed. I've had a bit of a busy week, just busy months, and it's caught up on me. So obviously checked in with you today. We decided to put me on 5 days rest, which was I expected, and I really need it. But overall, really, really good, really good. We were both at the show on Saturday. I missed the Sunday because I was at my brother's wedding, but this review was a bit later than we wanted. But again, it's just been such a busy week for both of us.
Yeah.
We've tried doing it like twice. Obviously, yesterday, Celtic were playing, so we had to prioritize that, which we won't talk about. For the
Have you
game,
seen the VAR? Have you seen the VAR?
no, I haven't. No, but I watched. I put it on, and it was 2-0. I was like, I'll turn that off.
Have you heard what happened?
No, no. I
So
was watching. Go on.
1-0 down. And by the way, thoroughly deserved to lose. Like, I'm not bothered that it was ruled off because they're atrocious. Iheanacho is through on goal and it ricochets off the defender,
Mm.
bounces over him, hits his head, drops in front of him, left foot, bottom left corner, goal, 1-1, right? That point at Celtic Park, the tie's turned, right? There's about 30 minutes to go. VAR get involved, rule it off for handball. It's never touched his hand on every single angle, bro. It's probably the worst VAR call ever. And then they say it's a clear and obvious mistake from the ref not saying it's handball, rule the goal off. Bro, go search afterwards. You've never seen a VAR result like it. He never
I'll have a
touches
look.
any part of his hand. It comes over him, hits his head, goes down in front of him, doesn't touch any part of his hand, and they've said it's handball.
Really?
And then they go and score in the last minute when obviously the press is like we're trying to get a goal, but we're shocking. So should have done the podcast realistically.
But look, we put it off. It was for a good reason, but we're here today, and that's all that matters. So I'll watch that after this. I did watch. Do you see Roma had 3 penalty kicks back to back?
We've won. This last take was a completely different take.
They just fucking. They were all shit pens as well. Yeah. So yeah, and then Nottingham lost last night as well. I actually that's the game I watched. I watched Nottingham Forest.
Ange's gone in at a graveyard shift here, Annie. Like they're already singing you're getting sacked in the morning
I
too.
know he's just not having a good time, is
I
he?
don't know why he took the job. Really.
And to be honest, and randomly, I know, but I didn't know that Nuno is in charge of West Ham.
Yeah, Nuno's gone to West Ham. Yeah.
I completely missed that. I didn't even know Potter was gone. So
Yeah, they got rid of Potter at the weekend.
and
Potter's
then
been gone before Amorim. It literally makes no fucking
I
sense.
don't know. I do you know what? We just chat about football instead. I would happily take Nuno at United though. I feel like he's a
Over Amorim,
great
yeah.
manager,
Yeah.
and the fact that Nottingham sacked him was diabolical.
They
Um,
want what's he called? Palace's manager, don't they?
not Frank. That's I know his name.
Oliver.
Yeah,
Oliver.
Twist. No. Yeah, I know who. Yeah, to me,
Glasner.
he is a good manager. To be fair, but yeah, it was a busy week. PCA, we'll touch upon that. 2 day show, good venue. We thought the venue was a bit confusing because the last time we attended there, it was the opposite side, wasn't it? It was a lot smaller.
Yeah, so different venue to the first timers, yeah.
The venue was good, but I will say it was absolutely freezing in there.
Yeah. The Sunday wasn't as bad, but the Saturday was fucking freezing.
It was like abnormally cold. So I
Yeah.
don't know if it was the stadium for the competitors backstage, but if it was, I sympathise with them because I remember last year, Two Bros, Maidenhead,
Yeah.
that was cold.
Yeah. Me and Megan were on about that yesterday. Yeah. Really
I
cold.
was like, I was telling the Lara, I was like, I was backstage with her coat around me, like I was literally shivering. And they were like, "You got to get glazed." I was like, "I don't want to take this coat off."
That
It
was in fucking November, wasn't it? Like this was start
it
of
was
end
yeah,
of
but
September. Like it was crazy cold.
November 16th, and this was what September.
I
But
know.
it was freezing. We were both. I was in shorts, bad idea, but we were both there like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?"
Absolutely freezing.
But yeah, it seemed like it was a huge show.
Rumored 450 competitors. I don't know if I believe that or not, but
I
some
mean,
classes had nearly 30 in a class. So
if there was 450 competitors, is that the biggest show of the year in general?
surely.
Has to be. Was this Sunday busier in terms of competitors, or was it the same? Which
Sunday
we'll
was
discuss
quieter.
it.
Sunday was quieter, bro.
That's the confusing part for me. So do you think a lot of people just decided like I come seventh in my qualifier, I'm just not going to bother doing the next day?
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 3,
The
2.
numbers are on the up next to it, by
Oh, fuck me.
the way. There's 29. I was like, what are you counting?
So there's 29 classes.
Yeah,
Now, some had near on 30 people. So
yeah.
realistically, if you average that to 15, 20 a class, you're going to look at
That is, yeah. That's true.
400, 450 competitors.
Well, was it figure or one of the figure classes had like 35 girls in it on the Saturday.
Did it? Well, the figure, tone figure was short and tall.
Was it athletic? It might have been athletic. It was athletic, if I'm not mistaken, or was athletic? I don't know. It was one of I get them mixed up. I'm not gonna lie.
The
Um,
bikini all had, not bikini train, that had one, I think, but tall, short, medium had like 20 in each. You've then got masters 35 short and tall.
there was a lot.
Physique
I,
had 25 per one,
I
realistically.
missed the second half because I went to train after figure, and I was gonna come back, but then we couldn't park, so I missed. I actually missed the entirety of the second half of the show. But what time did it end? What was it? 9?
About 8
On
o'clock, I
Saturday?
think. 8 o'clock I was there till, yeah.
Jesus.
Which,
And
which, which,
PCA are good with timing, so that's
yeah,
when you know it's a
yeah.
busy show.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people complain and whatnot, but it was a case of there was 400 people in the show, and I just think next time round, don't. I think the biggest flaw was doing the qualifier the day before. I think
Yeah,
I think that was the biggest flaw of it. So the finals wasn't as busy because most 7, 8, 6th, 5th people didn't turn up, and not many filtered through from other shows. To be fair,
that's the part that confused me though. Is
because they
why?
fucking put them 2 months ago, 3 months ago. For
Yeah,
Naturals one was at the first show of the year. It was like April, May. So
yeah.
who's still knocking about now?
Who was when was Naturals 3? That wasn't that long ago, was it?
8 weeks ago,
Was
maybe
it?
nine, and that's what Elliot won. So like he was still he came back, but 8, 9 weeks is
Yeah,
still
it's
a
a long
long time to
time.
wait.
But plus, it was the BMBF. Was it BMBF the same weekend?
Yeah,
BMBF finals, which I know wasn't the biggest of shows, but you have to choose then which one you want to do. Plus, you had
it was up in Scotland as well.
Scotland, and you had what did Nico do?
You had Muscle Contest Island, which was
Contest.
natural and assisted. So that's a poll. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, 400, 450 people, if that was the case, is bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Yeah.
how do you compete with that?
But how do you compete with that venue? Which, to be fair, was sensational. It was an epic
It
venue,
was,
right?
apart from being cold, it was awesome.
It was massive. It was light, and production was great. It was efficient. It's tough to compete with that. My biggest issue with PCA is the judging. I will admit is the speed of the judging. I wouldn't say there's dodgy decisions for any other reason bar not looking at the competitors long enough.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that comes with having such a big show as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think they only ever do one call out, and they just move people into the position they want them to do based off first opinion. They will never compare second and third, third and fourth, or first and second individually. They'll never bring, if they make the mistake in that first call out, they'll never bring someone back in and push someone back out. I don't think you have an opportunity to work your way up. They
No,
kind of decided on that first walkout who's going to win that class, and they just base it off that.
yeah.
But that's the
Which,
cons of running such big, efficient shows. So, what do you?
yeah.
I've been at WNBF till 1 a.m. where they were deciding for 13 minutes between 17th and 18th place per class. So, I'd probably prefer to be there till 8, with 4 times as many competitors.
Yeah.
So I can't knock
No, you can't knock it. And again, they're efficient at what they do, but sometimes if you're not prepared, you can get overlooked so quickly. And it's what we've discussed with our own clients, like especially PCA, especially with a show this big, get into your poses as quick as you can, because otherwise you're fucked. Like you
that.
are.
Yeah.
You're not getting looked at. It's simple. Like people weren't even hitting poses and they were like front double, front lat spread, side chest, and they weren't getting looked at all.
The
So
worst is always the like back double, and by the time they're in the back double, he's calling rear lat spread.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and they're already thinking about the Abend flag. They're gone. So yeah, I know that there's a few more PCA shows this year, so make sure you get into your poses quickly. That's rule number one for PCA.
100%. So shall we have a look at some people?
Yes.
Is there anyone you want to start with, or should we go through the overall?
Do you just want? I want to go class by class because that will take us absolutely everything. Do you want to go through your clients, standouts, and maybe the overall?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Standouts, my clients, and the overall. So, I mean,
how does that sound? And if we're missing anyone, we do apologize.
There's the overall.
That's the overall.
So, overall Sunday, this is.
Right. Okay. Overall for Sunday. So this is the other thing which is interesting, right? Because the Saturday and Sunday's decisions flipped quite a lot.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So we can discuss that as well. But that overall is fucking mental.
Yeah.
I will say, and we discussed this, when that big fucker come out, I don't know your name or don't know his name. When he came out, we just went, well, that's the overall winner. But he actually didn't win it on the Saturday, but he did on the Sunday.
Now, this guy's 108 kilo, apparently.
108. Nice.
Apparently, he's 124 in his off season. So close to 280 odd pounds.
Okay. But what is he? Let me guess. He's like 16 or something. 16. Dad's a cop.
Yeah. Absolutely wild. So on the Saturday, Chloe won the overall.
Yeah.
Con Lewis.
Yeah.
Was in replace of the big fucker. Ella won. And then this guy.
Yeah.
Brandon.
He won the overall, if I'm not mistaken, when Jacob won the overall in Wolverhampton.
He won it the next day at Naturals as well.
Fuck.
And then he won it Saturday. So he won 3 overalls in PCA this year.
This guy's got more swords than fucking Lord of the Rings. What's going on?
Yeah. But for some reason they decided to not give it to him, which is where I'm a little bit like.
Well, on the Sunday. So the Reese there, who's on the left of them, did he compete on Saturday?
Yeah.
And he didn't win the overall?
No.
And then on the Sunday he did?
Yeah.
Again, obviously you were there Saturday and Sunday to see both. Did you see a difference on both days?
Not with him.
Right. Okay.
Not with either of them two. And that's not taking anything away from Reese. Reese is a phenomenal men's physique athlete. Yeah. Really suits PCA down to a T, a worthy overall winner. It's more so I can't get my head round with the men's physique in particular. I can't see one looking predominantly like profoundly worse to not giving the overall or then to give the overall.
Mm-hmm.
With him, I have a theory behind it.
Right. Okay.
They went for shape and structure with Connor on the Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So realistically, in my eyes, it was between Connor, Dylan, and him. He had the mass. Dylan was probably in between the two. With the mass, Con had the shape, the structure. They loved his shape and structure. They went for that. Sunday, they gave out pro cards. Now, as good as Connor is, Connor can't stand on a PCA pro stage against assisted bodybuilders. He can't. He's the same weight.
Yeah.
So I think because they gave a pro card, they had to give it to someone who can go to a pro show, which he can. He's 108 kilo.
Yeah.
Ella can do a pro show in athletic figure, in my opinion. You know, if she's a little bit sharper, she can go into an assisted show and be very competitive, I think. She can do any bikini pro show. But then between Reese and Brandon, I don't see I can't get why the overall was switched on the day. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, he also beat Joven. Bear in
Well, I
mind.
was going to say, wasn't that his class? Wasn't it like fucking crazy?
Yeah,
Wasn't
so on the Sunday they condensed them. So I think medium and short pretty much went together. So you had Jovan, Reese. Uh,
oh shit! I just remember there was two bros on the same day as well, wasn't it?
yeah, those two rows. You had this guy who came
Right. Okay.
third. So Reese won, Jovan second. This guy came third, and then you had Josh Croggan
Josh,
come
because Josh
fourth.
done both shows. He done two shows in one day, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he did the show on the Sunday as well.
Fucking hell. So he did
So
crazy. So he went to two bros, won the overall, and then came to PCA and came third.
yeah, and then the next day came fourth.
And the next day came fourth.
Yeah,
Jesus. Right. Okay. I mean, look, again, I wasn't there on the day, but for me, Reese is like the pinnacle of PCA MP. You know, I feel like is Jovan's arms are just fucking stupid, and I honestly feel like they take away a bit too much because they look like they're photoshopped, but
yeah.
it's a crazy look. Like, but I feel like Reese in the shots I've seen does look the best overall, but I mean, that's judging off photos, right? And then the winner of the Saturday, yeah, I don't know. Would you have give it to him compared
So
to Reese? Like, if
Jovan
you
and,
judging it, where you going with it?
Jovan and Reese, I think Jovan lost because he's not as good at PCA posing. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that is the reason why Jovan lost, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think Jovan was off really. I think he could have been more glazed, which took
Hmm.
away a little bit. But I think just because of how well Reese poses within PCA, it looks like that's exactly what they want. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
I had him winning the overall both days.
Well, Reese.
No, it's Brandon.
Him.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Was he again? It's all. I mean, this is the thing with like just shows in general. Isn't it? You've got criterias, but then each federation has a criteria, but then they change their criteria, and then what matters on the day, you know. But do you think then it's the same kind of circumstance where you feel like Reese would do better in a pro lineup compared to him?
I don't know. Does he look like he would?
I think he would.
Do you think he's better
I
than
think
him
he's
in a
more
pro
like
lineup?
he's just a bit more complete overall, just a little bit more like compact and I don't know.
He is. He's
He,
more compact and dense for sure.
he's probably not as lean overall, but I think the midsection stands out massively, and I feel like they appreciate that a lot in PCA.
You say that, but this guy's midsection, bro, his waist is
Oh,
non-existent.
it's wasting his time. But do you think it's a posing thing as well? Because if I remember correctly, this guy's posing wasn't the best. When I watched him in Wolverhampton, that was like May time. Which, by the way, fair fucking play for
Yeah.
continuing to diet because he was peeled then.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He looked, very, very similar. There you go. There's a picture of him.
He does look mental there, doesn't he? Nice.
So,
Yeah.
so that's what I mean. I can't. And again, it's taking nothing from Reese. Both of them are worthy winners. I'm just scratching my head at the judging. Well, I can understand that. As good as Connor is, he's fucking phenomenal. But when you're giving out a pro card, well, you're going to have to give it to the 108 kilo guy, right?
Yeah.
And also, 108 kilo of natural muscle is whether he's a bit soft or not, he's bonkers, isn't it?
So do we know if that pro card is just a natty pro card now, or is it an actual
I
PCA
think
pro
it's a
card?
proper PCA pro card. Didn't say natural. They never said out about it.
So does that mean they have to compete as pros now, or is it
I think so. Yeah.
do they have the option?
No. I don't think
They
it's a.
are all pro worthy. Do you know what I mean? They can stand up in pro lineups, but
I don't think it's a redeeming team like the other fucking feds.
yeah, I get it. I get it. But look, I feel like that is a pretty ridiculous overall, though. To be fair,
Absolutely
you can't knock
bonkers.
it. And
Every single one can be in an assisted lineup 100%. She's a joke.
oh, yeah.
Ella's a joke. Ella's got so much muscle. It's ridiculous.
Well,
And him or Brandon, honestly, within the men's physique boys, a lot of them, the top three in each, you can just toss a coin and they'll all be pros.
I think as well, maybe because they give it to Brandon on the Saturday, they give it to Reese on the Sunday because they were just so close.
Oh, fucking hell, that's a short straw for Brandon not to get the pro card, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, he's not a pro, is he? No, but yeah, it could be one of those things. He goes to the British in 2 weeks' time and turns pro there or something. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it could be
Could
me.
easy, could easy.
It is a difficult one, but like I'd like to see a lot of these do that British final, man. That
Mm.
would be. Are they qualified for that now?
For the pro show.
They qualified for the pro show in the British in Telford.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do it? I would if I was them.
What, these four here?
Yeah, these four.
I don't know. I'm
Is there anything
presuming
else?
Ella's gonna do MBW pro show, right? Because she's a UK FBA pro and PCA pro now
So she can do the pro show, and
at
then
MBW.
the PCA is the following weekend, right?
Yeah, so I reckon she might, maybe.
She
She's
she do
coached by
exceptionally well.
Dan
That's like
Walburn.
that's bikini to a T, isn't it?
Yeah, she's really good. She was a standout. I don't know if he'll fly back over for it.
Yeah. Will he do? Well, I mean, will he do MBW? What's his name? Cake.
Okay, again.
Caden. Kate. K. Okay. KK. He's a big guy, isn't he? I mean, I feel like he will do MBW. There's
You'd
a
like to
lot of
think so, wouldn't you?
international people doing it, and I feel like the Germans like to travel together,
They
don't
do.
they? There's quite a lot
They
of
do.
Germans in that show, and Germans and Austrians. So I feel like
Yeah.
they will. I won't be surprised if they jump into that. Maybe he's like, do you know what? I'll extend it for a week and do the PCA because the PCA finals is a great show. We know that. With
PCA
the
finals is a great show. I mean, look at the it- for a natural finals, bro. Let's call a spade a spade. It was sensational. It just was. The
Oh yeah.
medals are so cool that they
Mhm.
gave out as well. The swords, the pro cards, the feeling around the day. Being in a venue like that for me, I always say it makes it feel like a proper sport. It makes it feel like a proper occasion. The stalls of pit stop and our favorite cookies and whatnot. Like it still makes it feel more like a regular show. Yeah, it's just they nailed it. They really did nail it. And I think going forward next year, I would have liked to have seen them make a natural league and give out more pro cards that way, personally. Like if they deem them worthy on the day, give them a pro card. But I think next year just space out the shows a little bit more and then have the finals on its own rather than the day
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
And maybe split
absolutely.
the final into two, like they do
Yeah.
the regular one. But for a second year, really, but what they had one show last year, it was a joke of a show. It
Mm.
was very good. Yeah.
Well, here we go. So that's the overall
Standouts.
one. Standouts. I had a few, but obviously I only done the Saturday morning. But
Yeah.
from the Saturday morning, a few standouts. The Masters, I believe he was
Oh,
over 40s.
Steve.
Steve.
Now, Steve
Play
lost on the Sunday
What?
to
To
this guy,
who? Ah, right. I've
Innocent.
seen him.
Yeah, so Innocent came from another show, Dan Watson's client, Innocent, who's been, I think he's done probably every show this year so
I
far.
think he's done about, yeah, I remember. I
Yeah,
think I've seen him absolutely everywhere. But
but
what I want to
Innocent's
say,
really good. Is this him? Is this Steve? There we go. There's Steve.
Steve, mate, we both looked at each other when he came out. He was just so good.
The
It was
champ
so
is
much fun.
here.
The champ is
The
here.
champ is here.
Bro, I loved it. I don't know. He just seemed like a super fucking cool guy. Don't know. Just looks like he works a 9 to 5, just chills out, goes to the gym, does squats, bench, and deadlifts, and goes home.
Looks
I
like
just
he's a
looks like just
brickie or something.
yeah. Just look at him, just solid. He was peeled. He was the. I, I mean, no, I don't think there was anyone pretty much leaner than him until he came out. Or
Yeah.
he was up there. He just looked awesome. He just looked like he was having a good time as well. I had a lot of people cheer for him.
Yeah.
So he stood out to me. We won't mention your clients just yet, but I think obviously the big fucker stood out because he was just so big. And just he was imposing. He was very imposing. I'm trying to think whoever.
Con.
Con, yeah, Con looked exceptional. I think he looked better than he did at UKDFBA, but I also think the lighting favored him a little bit better. I think the skin tone, and I think that's something people don't like think about a lot is skin tones and tans and things like that. The one thing I will say is I do think a lot of people could have been glazed a bit more backstage.
So Sunday, I glazed everyone myself. I went and bought glaze because I didn't take any because normally you can't go backstage. So I did it all in the corridor on the disabled toilets and
Mhm.
made people pissing wet. And I'm not being funny, it stood out on stage somewhat rotten. Me, AJ, Finn, all glazed our own people, and they all looked, different level.
Yeah.
It really, really was needed, and that's the PCA tanning. The girls don't glaze very well, bro,
I
and it's
know.
so hit and miss. I'm presuming between who you get of how much they put in. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It does, and we know it makes a huge difference. Who else stood out for me was honestly the first person that made me go what the fuck apart from the big guy was Ella, because she looked so much better than she did the previous week.
yeah,
Like, and she hit that lat spread slash superwoman pose or
the
whatever you
power
want to call
pose.
pose.
Yeah,
And it just, and I texted AJ, I was just like, holy shit, she looks good. And
yeah,
she looked exceptional. Like, she looked absolutely fucking exceptional. I know she beat that Saren girl, didn't she, who won the overall the previous week
yeah,
in the FBA. Obviously, they look for it a bit different, but I feel like she'd improved, Ella improved massively, especially through the quads. The detail through the quads was so much better than UK FBA. Um,
yeah.
but
Agreed.
she looked awesome. Posing routine was awesome. Her posing is really good.
Her
Um,
posing is sensational. So not
and
only
I
just her
don't think
posing,
people they don't. I know they give her credit for it, but she can literally transform her physique with how she poses.
the most impressive thing with Ella, in my opinion, is so just simple things like when they get sent to the back and they do the first call out, they
Mm-hmm.
say, right, number 13, and she just walks to the front. Number 16, she walks to the front. Number 19, Ella. Ella struts, owns the stage,
Mm-hmm.
slowly takes the time to get to the front. It's
Mm-hmm.
effortless. It's look at me. It's composed. It's so great to look at that every intricate detail she owns on that stage, not just in the posing, her
Yep.
presence across the stage is just perfect. And that goes in your favor as well, because you literally are looking at her just strutting to the front where the other girls have just walked up, hit the front shot. Ella
Mm-hmm.
just struts. And yeah, it's super noticeable. So big up Ella for that.
Yeah, it's like a build. It's almost like a build up, isn't it? You're waiting for it. You're waiting for that pose. So shout out to her. Shout out to AJ because they done a good job. I imagine she deserved to win both overalls. When I saw her when she came out in her class, I was like, yeah, looks incredible.
She was by far the best figure athlete on the day, on both days. You really, really deserve to win it, bro.
There we go. And then who else? There was another.
This girl was immense. She won wellness.
I did not see wellness.
She is the girlfriend of the big fucker.
Oh, right. Well, that makes
Apparently.
sense.
Now, is she tagged?
The big fucker.
Now, she's fucking nuts, bro.
Oh shit! What is that? The Ben Weeder? Wow.
So she won the overall at the Ben Weeder the week prior, where the lighting and the tan's definitely better for her there,
Do you know what? That stage just looks so good.
doesn't it? But
It,
she is nuts.
wow.
So they're kids. I'm asking to adopt one.
Yeah, definitely. I'll invest. I'll invest in that. Yeah, because that's incredible. Wow. I just built for it.
she's mint. So them two are really good. Other standouts.
Yeah. Who else? I'm trying to think of the classes. So juniors. Who won juniors?
Junior bodybuilding.
Yeah.
No, Ed
Oh,
came
Ed.
second. He came second both days.
Ed won, didn't he? Ed won juniors.
Did he win on the Saturday?
He won on the Saturday. Yeah, he won Saturday.
Someone turned up and beat him from another show then.
Yeah.
But Ed looked much better than he did at UKDFBA.
Yes, you did. Definitely. His
Yeah,
posing was a lot better as well.
yeah, he looked
He's
much better.
I did have a session with him before UKDFBA. And we fixed a lot of his back poses like tremendously. But then when he was on stage at the UKDFBA, you could still see they hadn't stuck. And he was like, you could see that he was overthinking them a little bit. But then on this show, on the PCA show, it was so much better, and it literally transformed his physique.
Do you not think in like back shots, when you've got a bit of a crowded stage and a bit of pressure, as soon as you feel like an elbow or you've not got much room, you're so focused on trying to And I think it just loses everything. I think it's the poses that go the first.
I feel like with him as well at UK FBA, I feel like because of look, when you're a good athlete and you have high expectations and you don't get called out where you think you're going to get called out, that can throw you off a lot as well. So I think he got called out in like that 4-5 position at UKDFBA, and I feel like he lost a little bit of confidence there. So he went back to old ways in terms of posing, and then they put him back in line and brought someone else out at UKDFBA, and I feel like that just crumbled him because his posing was just not the best from the rear. And that hurt him a little bit more, which is completely understandable, right? Nerves get to you, and then expectations, all these things. But at PCA, he looked better. You could see he was more confident, and the posing was just a lot better overall. So definitely deserved to win, in my opinion. The short, I think he was the short classic winner. I think it's Josh. His name is. Was he short or tall? No, he was short. He's on the right. He's all the way on the right hand side. He is. You just scroll past him. That's him.
Who Gabe came and beat the next day.
Is that short?
Yeah.
He stood out to me in UKDFBA because of his shape, but he just wasn't lean enough. But he looked better here, but then I think his shape carries him a lot. And I do understand why the PCA had him in first, but he can be a bit leaner. But overall, I think he's got one of those lovely physiques that stands out to me. But Gabe comes second to him on the Saturday, right? And then beat him on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Again, you were there for both days. What do you think about that? Obviously, you're happy that he beat him on the Sunday because now you've got a British final, British winner. But was there much of a difference between them? There was there?
I told everyone I am not peaking you for Saturday.
Right.
And I said, please trust me. I am going to peak you properly for the Sunday when it matters most. I said, I know you're all going to get invites. You will go. And I told Gabe when he stepped on stage, you will beat him tomorrow. I can pull the text up because I knew he would. I thought he was pretty overlooked on the Saturday anyway. I think the glaze killed Gabe quite a lot and his physique. And that guy has lovely shape. But it was lights out come the Sunday, bro. Gabe's physique, when peaked properly, looks completely different. When Gabe's full but really sharp, compared to just being kind of iffy, he looks completely different. So Gabe really did deserve to win.
The one thing I want to say as well that helped him a lot is actually fucking posing this time.
Bro, he came out on the Sunday because he knew he'd been peaked as well, confident as fuck, and he came out like almost nodding, like I have won this because I said you're going to go win this. He was up against Pat as well. You know that Pat?
Yeah. Original Fat Pat or something.
Yeah. So he came third.
He did another one who's just done every show.
And I mean, it's been a curse for him now at this point doing that many shows. Really,
I think it gets to a point where But I know he's also one of the people that just loves competing.
Yeah, he does.
Stepping on stage. Obviously, the physique can only be peaked so many times as well. It does start to take a little bit of a turn. I wasn't there to see him on the Sunday, but again,
especially if you go and Pat, I don't know if you have or not, but if you keep compete that many times, peak, and then have an off plan, and then go again, and then have another off plan. You know, I'm not saying binging or anything, but even an off plan in general, up, down, up, down, up, down, the body doesn't return back to where it was in that initial first place.
No.
So yeah, Pat was third, Gabe first. We then had
that Josh came second then.
Yeah.
On the Sunday, okay.
Yeah, so he beat Pat.
And then Classic Tall, didn't see that.
So Saturday we had this guy who you're a fan of.
Oh yeah, I did. I like him a lot. Just needs to be a bit leaner. Quite a lot. But just needs to. If he's lean, he could be a lot better. Some of his poses could be better, but he's a bit leaner.
So he won on the Saturday, and my Adam came second on the Saturday.
Yes.
Now, this guy came into Classic Tall from UKDFBA heavyweights.
Yes. Didn't he come like 5th or 6th in UKDFBA?
Yeah. And he went and won Classic Tall on Sunday. So Nick moved down a place and Adam moved down a place.
Interesting.
So yeah. Now, I think it was deserved.
You did?
Yeah, I do, because I think Nick was a lot a lot softer on the Sunday, if I'm honest.
Oh, okay.
I think he was compared to how he has been or compared to what he was on the Saturday. Adam is obviously peeled, but he's not competing with this level of muscle mass. So Adam was
Oh,
always going
no.
to be third or second if they didn't turn up. But I think Nick was a lot better Saturday than he was Sunday. And
Mm-hmm.
if maybe he was on, he would have probably beaten him. But this guy was good. He suited Classic a lot more than the heavyweights the previous week. He's
Mm-hmm.
sharp. He's got now structure. He's sharper than these photos look, I will say. I think
Yeah, that's what I was judging off. 'Cause that's what I hate about photos, right? That pose again, that could be tweaked quite a lot, but
I think it's one of them where I don't think he's got the sharpest midsection. I think
no,
midsection holds
no.
some fat and looser skin. Glutes
But
and
he's a
stuff,
big guy,
they,
isn't
they
he?
were in.
He's imposing, like an imposing, big, tall
Yeah,
guy. And I
yeah,
think if you
super
put it next
imposing,
to
bro.
Nick,
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
he's a little bit leaner, he's gonna expose him. Do you know?
Yeah.
And if Nick, because Nick wasn't the sharpest person on Saturday, so if he looked a lot softer on the Sunday, that from what I can see in that shot of him as well, looks like he doesn't have a lot of glaze on him. He does there. He
So you
does
can
there.
see he's not peeled, but he's a lot
No.
sharper on the Sunday there
Yeah.
than there.
Maybe they peaked for the Saturday. Yeah, you can see there. Yeah, he's a lot softer.
Um,
Tan. Well, the glaze looks a bit different as well.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a few shots as well, which I know he deserved to win on the Saturday, but there's a few shots that I saw posing wise that could have just like there's some poses that some people need to do and some people don't,
Yeah.
and it was one of those. But yeah, like I said, I am a big fan of his physique. I feel like he is one to look out for.
Nick has
Um,
crazy potential within sport. Absolutely crazy potential.
especially being that tall as well.
I know.
Any more standouts really that we remember?
Thought obviously the bikini girl in the overall was standout. Ella, obviously the big guy. Was this junior? First time as winner. Oh,
First time he was good actually. He was
yeah.
good.
Both
First time,
days he won. Yeah.
he was good.
I'll tell you, who's a good, really good. Shay came and won the junior men's physique.
All right, okay.
Finn's client. He was good. He's really good. Poses fantastically well by Kez. He was good. Chambo jumped up a place in.
Yambo.
Chambo. So I said he wasn't peaked for Saturday. And he went and jumped. Oh, he loves it, doesn't he? He went and jumped up to second from third. He looked so much better. So I was very pleased with that.
He came second on the Saturday, did he?
He came third on the
On
Saturday,
Sunday.
and then he beat him on the Sunday and come second on the Sunday. Again, just peaked and looked a million times better.
The power of the peak.
Power of the peak. We had Dylan win both days.
Yeah. What was the Sunday class like? Because the Saturday you had the guy who was second, you thought he beat him
No,
because of
because of the placing. Yeah.
Because no. Not because you thought he should have beat him, but how they judged it in terms of like previous classes, they didn't move that guy, but they moved Dylan around him. But we both agreed that Dylan should have won, and he did. So what was the class like on the Sunday compared to the Saturday?
I don't think he turned up.
Did he not?
I don't think he turned up, bro. So I had Jay in that class as well, and Jay then came second.
Right, okay.
Dylan. So Jay came from third to second.
Man, I'm so surprised though, because when you do a British, right, and again, it's awesome because your boys have won, but when you do a British, I don't know, you just want everyone to be there.
I know.
You know, I would have. Was that? No, that wasn't him, was it? I would have just. Yeah, obviously. I don't know. It's just cool to do a British and know the next day you're standing up against new people again. You know, not like the same people that competed the previous day. But again, with how it's run, with how they done it, it's understandable that a lot of people didn't show up. Fucking hell, there's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I will say is with the PCA is I didn't like where the cameramen were because they were blocking the middle of the aisle of the actual like seating area.
So this was him. Finn Bow came second.
Yeah, it's just through the rear. He was a lot softer.
He's a WMBF pro.
From the rear, he was like mega soft compared to Dylan, but
Yeah.
from the front, he looked really good.
Yeah, he
Really
did.
nice shape as well. To be fair honest, he reminded me of the guy that beat Dylan in UK FBA a little bit.
Tom Ellis, second place.
No, the guy that won the medium winner was that. Or was that Dylan's class?
Yeah, the overall winner.
Yeah, the overall winner. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just built. Like that older, grainier muscle. You
yeah.
know, nice shape, good midsection. It's just the lower body, especially through the rear, that looked a bit different. But Dylan finally got his win.
Finally, double win and British champion.
Is he done for the season now?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's done, yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Oh, he's got his win and he's out.
Yeah, he's got his win. He's out. He's spilled a little bit.
So what's no MBW?
No MBW now. He's done.
Okay. Anyone else? But anyway, congrats to Dylan. He finally got his win. I feel like you really needed that. You both needed that, and
Yeah,
you were
we did.
when you win, he was almost you only won. He was almost like a thank fuck for that because yeah, he'd been deserving it really, and he's just been standing against great people. Which look, it's what you want. It's fucking what you want to stand against people that are better than you because it just shows you how good you fucking are at the same time, even if you don't win. That's again what I will say, right? And I messaged you yesterday. Your fucking female athletes, they stand out to me so much at the moment.
I know. No, she's about a kilo sharp on this again. Now she came 7th on the Saturday, bro.
7th.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
She was a victim of no glaze, putting the wrong call out.
Right. Just one of those.
But then rewarded an invite by being in the second call out. And it was almost like a fuck, what have we done?
Messed up there, yeah.
And I said to her, you all climb placings. And she came 4th on the Sunday against 3 really good girls. Arguably, we know she's not as sharp as she's going to be because we've only been together 5 weeks. And what we've done so far is nuts. It is a condition thing, but it was a posing thing as well that she wasn't projecting her glutes as much as the other girls. If you look at her now, her posing's different level. It's even better. So she climbed from 7th to 4th with the same girls in the lineup. It was just wrong. I would have had a third. I'd have had the top 3 a little bit different by the winner and then her third, but whatever. But yeah, Summer's going to be even better. She's doing the MBW and MPC. That's when it's going to matter for us. She's ridiculous, and she's getting better and better. She's a fucking trooper of an athlete as well. So big shout out to Summer.
Yeah, she honestly. You posted. I think it was you. Or I saw photos of her yesterday.
Yeah, she's different, even different now. Like fucking hell.
But it's so weird, man. Like I don't know what it is about. Just I discussed this last podcast, but like female bodybuilding at the moment has got me more motivated than the male. Yeah. Why? It's just something about it. It's like and like I said to you, you're the female athletes at the moment just fucking incredible, and she looks incredible. And I expect if she's only going to get better, I'm super excited to see that because that's going to be a package worthwhile.
Agreed. So yeah, Jermaine heavyweights, tall, who came 4th on the Saturday, which is a really good result for Jermaine. We didn't do the Sunday because he needs to pull off weight to get in the middleweights for MBW. So there was just no point.
He didn't do Sunday.
No, because look, as much as love Jermaine, we're not biased. Elliot was coming in to do the Sunday, which means that Jermaine would have come 5th max because he came 4th against the same guys the day prior, and it wasn't like a peak was going to make the difference because it was just muscle, right? And he's in the tall class, and we need to pull weight off to get him into middleweights for MBW. So it made sense that just go back into fat loss the next day and that night. But he looked really, really fucking good. I was really happy with his look. It was his best look yet. So that's all you can ask for. Ryan against Physique Junior.
I did see him Saturday, and I agree. Again, it was a fucking great class.
Yeah.
4th in that class is like second in many.
You've got this cunt coming first, fuck me.
Oh, the big guy. The
big fucker, So then Elliot came back. He came 3rd.
So I was going to say, what was Elliot placing?
3rd.
Who comes 2nd in this then? Again, Elliot's done quite a few shows and he's been ready for quite some time.
Elliot knows that.
Yeah,
Elliot
I feel
knows
like he's
that.
just tired now. I feel like the physique looks a bit tired,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately as well, that's the harsh reality of coaching yourself is you will, whether you like it or not, at some point you will make the wrong choice to chase a bit more fat loss that you don't need to. And it can hurt you, especially when you're a taller guy.
Oh, 100%. But I ain't got a Scooby who came second, they haven't posted.
No,
No. But Elliot
not
came
worthy.
third. Yeah.
Well, who's that guy? Not next to it. There's a girl next to Elliot, which is the wellness girl. Who's that?
Oh, there you go. You've got him.
Yeah, look at that.
Rob.
He looks good though. Good side leg.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I remember him. I saw it. He was his front relax was fucking mental. Super wide. Is he German or something? He looks German. What? Look how wide he is, shoulder to shoulder, and small his waist is. I think.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I remember seeing because I said to I'm pretty sure he comes second on Saturday or something as well.
Oh, I presume so. Yeah, I presume so. He
Yeah,
looks, that Eastern European wide shoulders. That
yeah.
if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Ivan Draco, wide shoulders. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but no, it was a good show. Congratulations to everyone competing. Um, everyone looked exceptional. Now we're on to MBW next in the natty scene, which is going to be again. I mean, is it going to be the show of the year? Do you think?
I think so.
I
I
think
think so.
it's going to rival this. I mean, there's a big like expectation now because a lot of these people go into the MBW. It's going to be interesting to see, but I do expect that to be a phenomenal show. So that's going to be that's yeah,
I think
good
there's
way
going to
to
be a lot of internationals over,
yeah.
Greeks, Italians, Germans, whatnot, all coming over. So I think from an international standpoint, I think it's going to be really, really good. And as we said, that we know the production and what he's got planned is going to be wicked as well. The venue's good.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely going to rival it. I know,
Yeah.
I know, like the men's physique pros, Reese is doing it,
Mm-hmm. I know
Joe's
Josh
doing
doing
it,
it.
Josh is doing it. So it's a big rematch there to see what the judging prefers.
Mm-hmm.
Judging is, of course, same judging panel as UK FBA,
Yes.
as it's a UK FBA show technically. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everyone that's really stood out, isn't it?
Yeah, unless we're forgetting someone, but I don't think we are. No, we're not.
I don't think so.
The figure girl over there was pretty good. The one with like she's got like a black bikini on.
Her.
Darren was awesome. She was great. Now there was another figure. I get the classes mixed up with figure. She's got like a black bikini on. She's between the big fucker and the other big fucker. There, she had
Figure 12.
a lot of confidence in her posing as well.
Did she?
A lot of sass in her posing, which has made her stand out as well.
Did she do the Sunday? I'm presuming.
I don't know. She did win. I know she won on Saturday, but she was good. But yeah, the
Oh,
standard was good.
there she is.
Standard was really good. Yeah, that's
Second.
it. She comes second. Yeah, she was good though.
Oh, she must have lost to Seren.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's train figure. Oh. One thing I will say about the figure at the weekend was the discrepancies within condition between toned athletic trained was non-existent.
Yeah,
Which I
that's what
think
I.
is a natural kind of like natural figure girls are obviously not as hard as primarily as assisted girls. But the actual discrepancy between even muscle on some and condition on some was a little bit like you could do any class. Like I believe Hannah did athletics Saturday, tone Sunday.
Right. Okay. But she's
Um,
quite a lot leaner, isn't she?
and she's a lot leaner, so she's then gone and done toned,
Right. Okay.
you know?
Did
And
did she
she
get?
knows that. We spoke about it and said, there's not really too much of a discrepancy here.
Oh well.
But yeah, nonetheless, a very, very good show.
Very very good show, and I'm looking forward to the British finals as well. Oh,
Yeah.
I know that's the natty side of things, but the British finals is going to be a really good show. So I look forward to that. So what's next?
Should we wrap it
So
up?
we can wrap it up there if you wish, yeah.
Just because I've got to get work done and then drive down to Essex today, which is 4 hours.
Oh, lovely.
Going to go pick up Megan from work. It's her final day at work today
I was going
of
to touch
her
upon that.
job.
I don't know if that was like a secret or not. So what's do we want to talk about what's next for her quickly, or is it just
of
like a
Megan.
yeah?
She's got a new job at a different company.
Oh yeah.
Still a product manager. I was about to say the wrong name then. She's a product manager. So she's got a week off next week, which will be nice.
Yeah.
And then starts a new job next a week on Monday. So yeah, obviously Megan, I understand bodybuilders in a corporate or 9 to 5 because obviously Megan does that. So it does make it even more impressive as well because when you are working alongside it, like obviously I've got Luke on stage tomorrow, bro. He's on a building site every day, and the challenges of even not letting work down so they don't fucking fire you. You've got to still hold a level of performance manually within the job or whatnot. But yeah, really, really excited and proud of her for that because she's done fantastic to get this new job, and it's super local. It's in York once a week.
That's so, glad. I know before she was commuting quite a lot, wasn't she? And that was like the pain in her backside. So, congratulations to her. I feel like that's gonna. I mean, I know. Obviously, she's a bodybuilder now, isn't she? She's a bodybuilder. It's only gonna project that forward as well.
Yeah,
and that's I think people forget about that as well. Like how when you're like as stress free as possible, or not stress free, but when stress is a lot lower, you can perform as an athlete. And she looks incredible as well.
Yeah, she looks really good. I'll tell you what we can discuss for next week is something that I believe Lara's maybe similar been through. I know you have and I have. With Megan recently, I've taken the logbook away from her. She's reset everything. And I'll touch upon it now to the point where Megan's really strong, really, really strong. She's six plate hip thrusts and does wacky shit. But it got to the point where her anxiety to do this was crippling her to even do the 5 plate warm up and the 6 plate hip thrust, to the point where if you're not mentally aroused and in a fucked up place, you're not going to beat your numbers. And we've had to strip everything back, taking the logbook away. So I think potentially Lara doesn't logbook, if I'm not mistaken, or hasn't done for a while.
She hasn't done for the last many weeks. And funny enough, I haven't for the last 3 weeks.
Nor have I recently.
I haven't. And that wasn't, again, we discussed it. Obviously, I changed my split a tiny bit, and since I changed it, I thought I'm not going to log the first week. I'm just going to get used to the lifts, and it was the best week of training I had because I didn't look at this fucking piece of paper. We're all a victim of it, but taking it away from me has helped me massively. Look, I've been doing this for so long. I know what I've done previously, more or less, and if I've dropped one rep, it's okay. It's not. Do you know what I mean? And we'll discuss this in more in depth.
Yeah.
But it's the thing I've discussed with clients a lot lately. Right? Is they say, "Oh, I didn't have the best of sessions," and I say, "Why?" And they say, "I've dropped one rep on one exercise." I'm like, "Man, over a week, if you do 700 reps of everything, if you drop one rep, do you really think that was a bad week of training?"
Yeah, exactly.
So it's trying to get away from that, like the negative in correlation between. Yeah, because it's such an attachment issue, and sometimes you got to change the order of the exercises because I train in a gym that's busy. Even if you train in your own gym, some days, like I said, you got to get mentally aroused. Some days it's just not there.
Yeah.
Like I trained yesterday, and I said to you in my check-in, it wasn't a good session. As in, like I didn't feel good, but I'd done as much as I could. I couldn't have done any more. Yeah. So it's not like if I looked at the numbers, it wasn't a good session. If I looked at could I have done any more? No, it's a good session.
Yeah, exactly.
As like I'm training really hard. I'm eating my food. I'm rested. Taking drugs. I'm gonna grow.
Yeah.
And it's the same. It's just the same for most athletes. But yeah, we can definitely touch upon that because that's a whole new.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she's taking that logbook away. Especially, I think as females as well, because it's so easy to get caught up on the numbers. and just chasing and chasing and chasing, especially if you're doing a 6-plate hip thrust, which is fucking mental.
Well, it gets to the point, as I said to her, what is moving the load at this point? Because it's if you have 1,000 kilo, a ton, 1,000 kilo, and it's 70% of that tension's on the muscle, or you do an 800 kilo set with 100% of the tension on the muscle.
Yep,
that's going to grow more. Maximal load, maximal tension. No drop off of each. And so yeah, we've really had to reset and go through that, and even just the loss of some higher rep ranges and whatnot too, and enjoying your sessions is super important. Are you going to progress over a training block? Yes. Does the day-to-day, session-to-session noise count too much? No. Did the previous week you have a wedding? No. Did the previous week you have as many posing clients? No. So how could you go in exactly the same and match that or progress that? If you match that, fucking fair play to you. You know?
Absolutely, man. I like even at, and this is the thing. People are like, oh, you get to stay home and work and then go and train when you want. But it's like, yeah, but the workload you do on a day to day, or just the mental stress you have in life, that is always the same. And like we discussed again in my check-in this morning, like the stress I have on me now is substantially higher than it was a month ago, and I'm due time off the gym anyway, and then you add that on top, and then me worrying about a logbook, looking at the numbers, it's non-productive. And I've always been intuitive with my training, and it's one thing I've learned from when I started training is knowing when to be intuitive with it. And there's days where I go, that second set is just not worth doing, or
let's do a third.
Or today, that feels incredible. Yeah. Let me just do that extra set and then remove. And it's just the case of it, and just being in tune with your body. Because otherwise, like you said, chasing numbers doesn't always result in new tissue, and you always run into some issues.
Well, I'd argue the bodybuilders at the top that have chase numbers like that are more or less the worse pros, right?
We've discussed it in private, but they just look.
You can tell, or they're not pros, and they're super inspiring, by the way, and they get you amped up to full.
Oh yeah.
But then, compared to peers, yes, genetics play a part, but success does leave cues to a certain extent, right? You even look at bikini girls. I said to Megan, I don't want you to go train like Laurelie Chapp. However, success does leave cues.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. If she's accumulating a few effective reps across that session over a long period of time, not blowing a fucking waist out and not creating a shape that is not bikini, we need to draw a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Maybe bikini girls that do train balls to the wall, top set back of it, and they're not placing as high and they've got blown out waist and super blocky. So we can save that for another day, but it's true.
You have to train to what you are aiming for as well. Yeah. It's the same with it's like the same with classic as well, though. But hold the waist. Yeah, you have to be. There has to be an element of
strategy to it.
Strategy, and not.
You said last week, it's an art. You're building. You see it as an art when you're in the gym. You're
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, we'll discuss that because I feel like people will appreciate that as well. So we're going to get people away from logbooking with a new curve.
Right, guys, thank you so much for listening once again. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the review and whatnot. And if we shouted you out, you looked brilliant at the weekend and it was a great standard. So, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.